Yo, what's going on, guys? And of course, season preview and predictions. Year 4 of doing this. And we got to do it for my Washington Wizards, as we are year 1 of a rebuild that I am so happy that we're going into. You know, Wizards fans like myself, we just like that we have a direction. We have a plan. Now, will that plan come to fruition? We don't know, but I'm excited. Will Dawkins, Michael Winger, even though it's weird how the structure of Wizards basketball operations, it's really Will Dawkins running the show, and then Michael Winger is consulted, but Michael Winger is running 3 teams technically. He's running the Capitals, the Mystics, and the Wizards, but that's here nor there. Now let's just get right into today, and let's talk about this Wizards roster that they currently have, what it's going to look like, and what we can expect from these guys on this team. And for me, right now, Tyus Jones, Jordan Poole, Denny Avdija, Kyle Kuzma, Daniel Gafford's probably going to be the starting lineup with DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet, Corey Kispert, Danilo Gallinari, and Mike Muscala off the bench, as well as Johnny Davis, Bilal Coulibaly, Anthony Gill, Xavier Cooks, who I'm so excited for. They also have Pat Baldwin and Ryan Rollins. And then Dejan Vasiljevic and Chase Odich are probably going to be on the G League team. They also have one extra 2-way contract available. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how this roster ends up, looking like as we get closer to the regular season. And for me, I personally think they did a great job. Great job this offseason for the cards that they were dealt for, basically just doing a rebuild, one might say, on the slide, or on the fly, not on the slide, as we were a team that I wouldn't say we were we worked the most glamorous offseason. I also feel like our offseason quieted down after we made our moves. I honestly think, we went 35-47, and we got rid of, Bradley Beal, Monte Morris, Kristaps Porzingis, Jordan Goodwin, Isaiah Todd, Chris Paul. Okay, and those are all the trades. And we have Danilo Gallinari coming back from the ACL. And honestly, I'm happy that the Wizards didn't run it back. We're not building from the middle. We blew most of it up. And right now, I think this team reminds me of the New Orleans Pelicans when they traded away Drew Holiday for Eric Gordon. And they got themselves a young guy, Bilal Coulibaly, just turned 19. And with the new minimum salary cap rules due to the new CBA, the Wizards had to spend money on somebody, so they did it on Kyle Kuzma, and they turned Chris Paul into Jordan Poole, who could become Eric Gordon-esque level, all-star type player. And some might say that, yes, the Beal trade was awful from the Wizards' perspective, but the Washington Wizards should have traded Beal at least 2 years ago. And new guys didn't give the Beal the no-trade clause, so it's hard to take points away from them due to the shitty cards they were dealt. So bottom line, the Wizards have a lot of picks, movable pieces, and cap flexibility going forward, which is great for a rebuild. And let's just sit down and talk here for a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Washington Wizards fan, been one since 2009, and I look at a squad. I'm opening up my notes right here. So let's just talk about who we should expect to be on the roster for the foreseeable future. I love that. Got some Spindrift, real squeezed fruit, unsweetened sparkling water. I love seltzer, lemon flavored with 3% juice. But Tyus Jones, I expect to be traded at the deadline to a contending team for a first round pick. Somebody's gonna call up and be like, "Hey, our point guard got hurt," or "We need a guy to run the second unit." Maybe Miami. Tyus Jones making $14 million. Somebody's gonna want him. I could see us giving up on Denny Avdija and off, kind of like how we did with Rui Hachimura, offering his services and his restricted free agency to a team of interest for maybe a bunch of, several second round picks. I think Landry Shamet and DeLong Wright, depending on how they play, they can be flipped. I really like Xavier Cooks and Anthony Gill, but I think both of those guys are guys that contending teams could call up for and be like, hey, we're like kind of interested, like you want to throw that in a deal. Those guys might be thrown in a Tyus Jones deal, in a Landry Shamet deal. I don't see anyone trading for Mike Muscala, especially after the Boston Celtics got him last year and he wasn't really that much of a difference maker. Pat Baldwin looks huge. I'm really excited for him. I liked Ryan Rollins when he came out. I think by the end of the season, the starting lineup could look like... I think they keep Daniel Gafford because he's very well compensated. Like, it's a very, very good deal for a player of his caliber, unless they get a really good offer. But I expect by the end of the year, Gafford, Kyle Kuzma, Bilal Coulibaly, Jordan Poole, and either like Johnny Davis or Ryan Rollins is the starting point guard. Like, I think by the end of the year, we're running the young guys. Yeah, like either by the deadline or next offseason, I don't expect Tyus Jones, DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet, Danilo Gallinari, Mike Muscala, and maybe Denny Avdia to be on the team. I love Denny. You guys don't know how much I love Denny, and I want Denny to work it out, and I think Denny's really good. And I'm not calling him a spade. What I'm calling him is he has been criminally misutilized by the Washington Wizards since he was drafted, and I think he needs to get to an organization that's actually going to use him correctly. And I think he just needs a fresh start somewhere else, and to truly reach his potential, to reach whatever potential he has, which I think is like a borderline all-star. Drink water, guys. So my expectations for this team. This team could be a lot better than people think, but I think we're a 30-win team. We don't want to win games, ladies and gentlemen. We want to tank. I just hit my microphone with my nose, with a Jew nose. Well, I'm a Jew, but that's here nor there. Now, I do want to hear your guys' opinions. When I look at a team like this, I think, all right, we have ourselves the opportunity to craft the vision that we think is capable for this team. And I think, all right, this team could be pretty decent in the next 5 years. I think we have a brighter future than we did last year if we wanted to go a 5-year outlook. But that's the video today. Let me hear your thoughts down below. Like, comment, and subscribe.